Hey, this is a poem too. But I'm telling you, these poems are decent. Now, this one is about roaches. Okay, I grew up, I didn't grow up in the projects, but I raised my kids in the projects for a good little while of their life. And I'm going to tell you, the roaches, they were lethal. Anybody know about the projects? Them motherfucking roaches is in the way. Okay, now, this is a poem. All my poems are like life situations and stuff like that. So, here it is. I mean, these poems are good and they're going to be beneficial if y'all click in and look at them. But anyway, this one, this is about roaches and how to get rid of them. I promise you, you do this right here, they're going to be gone. So it's a poem, but it's a life hack. You can really use this poem to get rid of roaches. And you know a lot of people got roaches. So you can be like, I'm reading a poem, but no, I just like poems. No, I just like poems. That's why I'm reading it. But you be reading a poem, my whole book of poems is about life situations that you really need. I want to kill myself. I've been touched. It's so many different poems I got that people are really going through stuff, And there is a lot of stuff up here on YouTube, happy go lucky, blah, blah, blah. But I ain't trying to reach them. Okay? I want to reach the ones that need my help. So I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. They can continue to do that, So I'm not going to be up here twerking and doing a whole bunch of stuff and showing my body and doing a lot of stuff like that. That's, which is not wrong because everybody is an individual. But that's not for me. What is for me is that just slow and steady, I'll get to the audience I need to get to. But I'm telling you, if you got people that got issues or you have issues, you need to read these poems because they can tell you things. Plus, I got something to say. I got a lot of advice because I've been through. You see what I'm saying? And it should make sense. Makes sense. If you look at my videos, it makes sense. Anyway, this is you need to kill them roaches. Okay, I raised my kids in the projects. Roaches was a big part of that. They wait till someone comes over and then comes out through a crack. I'm going to give you a formula to lay them on their backs. You hear what I said? First, you get the bingo. You smoke them out with that. Now, bingo is at the hardware store. It's a spray. They come with a little stick. You can stick it all in the back of the refrigerator. You can stick it on the stuff. That is not actually going to kill them, but it smokes them out. Okay? First step. That's the first step. Get the bingo from the hardware store. You go in the hardware store, they're going to have some bingo or Lowe's or Home Depot, places like that build houses and have things to do with building houses because, they want to get everything situated for the houses built or when, they're landlords or whatever, they get that stuff right. If they care about that, some yeah. Let's move on. Don't forget to spray. Bingo, you smoke them out with that. Spray them. Then you get the raid. So the raid, you spray the bingo. They come out, right? Then you spray them with the raid. Okay. Then you get the raid. Spray them down the back and all in between their legs. Burn everywhere. Goddamn. Okay. Don't forget to spray the eggs. If they do, you spray them too. Just get everything. Let it sit and marinate. After that last step, after this last step, I promise you're going to be straight. This is a combat gel. Honey, put them roaches through pure hell. That is a fact. Put that combat gel in all the cracks. Just do the bathroom and the kitchen. That is where they meet at. They have behind them seances and let's move on. Trust me, they ain't coming back. Now test it. Put out a piece of bread overnight and sit tight. If the bread don't have no holes, you did it right. If it have holes, wait a week. Put the bread back out and see. If it still don't work, tap out. Retreat. No, for real. Run like crazy. Them Project Roaches may have something up their sleeve. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Look, let me put this down. Let me tell you something. If you can't kill them with the bingo red and then throw the combat gel down, you don't need to live there. Okay? Because they own that situation. They own that house and probably the whole block. You know? So what you want to do, you want to leave. They don't supposed to survive that. The average roach ain't gonna survive that formula. That's a sure, hard-hitting, look, it worked. I didn't even have roaches in the projects. I didn't. So I'm telling you it works. Trust me. Use it. Get you some Bengale. Hardware store, Lowe's, all of them sell Bengale. Or just look up online and sell it. It's Bengal. And you won't have no more roaches. Get your Bengale, Raid, and Combat Gel from Walmart. And you can get it right. You know how people plucking roaches all off when they come to your house and stuff. They're gonna be mad and jealous because you ain't gonna have that. You see what I'm saying? Then you gonna open the door with confidence. You know how you just creep. You ever crack the door when you got roaches and you just hoping that don't none of them come out the door because you like, oh shit. Because that's where they always be at, in the freaking front door. You can't see them. You can't see them or nothing. But let you go and have a visitor. They coming out the door. Just like that. I've been there, boo. I've been there. They love the back of the refrigerator. That's when they have most of the seances and, the stuff they like to do. They be back there in the back of the refrigerator chilling. So I've been there and done that. And they don't normally like the chair, but if you got some company over, they come to the chair. They coming to the chair, you hear me? They gonna come to that chair and they gonna crawl, maybe even on the person. But they don't normally be on the chair. They don't normally be in places like they like to have food or warmth. The crack of the door, they love a front door, like I said, but they don't like the chairs and stuff. When you by yourself, you don't see them on the chair. Well, unless you got a real bed. But let somebody come over and then they say, oh, let me cook, ooh, girl, I got something for you to taste. And then the roach smell it. I've been there. So, trying to tell you, use this formula. Listen to these poems, because it might help you. You understand what I'm saying? It might help you. When I load these poems up, listen to them. You hear me? I ain't writing for nothing. And they decent. They decent job, decent poems. I got a fierce wordplay. It ain't no normal poems. These street poems from the rough. I'm just trying to give you what I got. But this Roaches one, that's tough. I'm telling you, it's going to work. It's going to work. And the reason why I put all these things in poem form, so that people don't know that you need it. You understand what I'm saying? So holler at me. I mean, you can't tell me in the comments if you got, your Roaches work. Just like. Well, you can't even like because you ain't gonna say you got roaches. Just view it. Because a view is a view. Just hang on. You know what I'm saying? Okay, then be good.